ever mentioned to you guys that I used to be a cake decorator? It's something that I've brought up maybe once or twice. So I stumbled upon this most amazing of subreddits called Cake Fails. Kind of like the old website Cake Rex, if you remember that. Barrel laughs, that was. Well, Cake Fails is a lot like that. So grab your coffee, your cocktail, whatever you are in the mood for, a big old slice of cake, and get comfortable. The Walmart in my town has this as their display wedding cake. No, they don't. No freaking way. That is supposed to be a wedding cake? Now, the cake itself, I don't think it's actually stacked that badly, but why would you do that kind of decoration on a wedding cake? You know what? No shame. If you want sprinkles and butterflies on your wedding cake, you do it. Actually, ooh, a fairy core like wedding cake. You know what? Me and my husband will be together 20 years next year. I'm thinking fairy core renewing of the vows. 1 month single, Michelle. So I'm going to assume that this is what they wanted. It's really pretty. It looks really good. Those nonpareils are going to shred your mouth though. You know what? The piping almost looks a little bit suspect. So this is what they wanted, and this is what they got. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, wait. This is somebody making it at home. Why does it look like it's melting? Oh my gosh. That's somebody that tried to do it at home. It's obviously all off the shelf product. That is definitely not like buttercream icing. That looks like the icing you get out of like Pillsbury or something. So yeah, it's gonna have kind of that melty look. This person was very hot-handed when they iced this cake. Didn't see the speed bump. Oh no. It's actually really pretty too, and the writing is really cute. Oh, what a bummer. Sam's Club fail, ordered many days in advance, and this is what they gave me. Oh no. So that is, they messed up right there, and they tried to, instead of taking the icing off of the top of the cake and re-icing it, which you can do, buttercream, it is going to be a little bit rougher, but they didn't even, wow. And it's not really that horribly decorated either. It's not horribly decorated. I sound like a snob. The roses look nice. The piping looks nice. The writing looks a little bit They dead ass wrote lowercase. No! Oh my gosh. This is like that one cake where it says, I want sprinkles. The customer wrote, I want sprinkles on the order. And they wrote, I want sprinkles on the cake, and didn't put any sprinkles on it. Oh my gosh. Can you tell it's the Terminator? No, actually, I thought it was the guy from They Live.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Oh my gosh, no. Okay. This says last minute attempt at birthday cake lettering. Did the customer try to write this? Because if this is what they gave you, I would have been like, I don't think so, because that is definitely a store-bought cake. That's actually kind of cute. I kind of like it. This was something that was made at home. I like it. I think it's adorable. I think you did a good job. Wow. Give yourself more credit. Oh my gosh, that is so cute too. I really like this. Big Bird Disaster. Okay, so this is a very, really well-made cake. I'm going to assume that this is what they wanted versus what they got. Let's see what they got. Oh, wait, that's not Big Bird.
Duh.
It's like a vampire emoji. The cake's actually decorated pretty good. But that's not Big Bird. I'm almost positive. That cake to me looks fine. You made it at home. It looks like a naked cake. All the layers are standing really firm and nicely. I say well done. Is this too much frosting? That doesn't look like frosting to me. That looks like ice cream. But if that's frosting, then hell yeah, that's too much frosting. Jeez. So after looking at this cake for a while, and by a while I mean like a minute, maybe a minute, because I'm like that good.
Stop it.
I'm not a snob, really. I'm just messing. I can't even joke like that because I feel terrible. Anyway, after looking at this cake for a minute, this is not frosting. I think this is an ice cream cake, and that is chocolate ice cream in the middle. And the reason I think that is if you look at the top of the cake here, I can tell this was iced with buttercream icing. And when you have an ice cream cake and you ice it with buttercream, the buttercream freezes and it cracks. And this is, you can tell right here, this cake is cracking all over the place. So you have to use whipped icing or whipped cream if you're going to ice an ice cream cake so that it doesn't break apart. because the buttercream will fall apart. Unless you're okay with it, because like me, I love buttercream. I don't care. I would want buttercream on the cake. That is my expert cake decorator opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right though. Oh no, here's another one. All in lowercase. Oh no, and that cake is decorated really nice too. That's a really pretty cake. Oh, you hate to see it. Grocery store work of art. Oh, you know what? Just because you bought it in a grocery store doesn't mean that it can't be beautiful. But this, they ran out of room. It happens. From this to that on the way to my niece's party. Oh no, what happened? Oh yeah. Yeah. Again, I'm going to try to diagnose this cake. First, I think where you went wrong is you used chocolate whipped icing with an edible image, which was just, I really hope if you got this made, they told you that's not a good idea and you just said, well, I don't care, do it anyway. You never put edible images on chocolate whip icing. I don't even recommend it for chocolate buttercream. That's why it's starting to bleed and melt. It looks like they airbrushed it gold as well. So this poor edible image was just doomed from the start. It doesn't look like they put any rods in the cake or plates or anything to keep it stable. You learn from your mistakes. Oh no. Okay, I see this cake here. I tried to make this cake as a surprise for my boyfriend. Absolutely beautiful cake. Let's see it. But how did it taste? Did it taste good? Attempted to make a birthday cake for my little sister. It's a thought that counts. 24 years later. I think that's cute. I like it. I baked my boyfriend a cake, LOL, because I love him so much. It's the thought that counts, right? It sure is. This is a transformer, right? I don't really know, but it looks really sad. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Oh wow, the cake is actually made really beautiful. They just made him so sad. Why was he so sad? Oh my gosh, and this was for like, this looks really important. Oh boy. Tried to make a Charizard cake for my son's birthday. That's really cute though. He looks 3 sheets to the wind, but okay, what do we got here? In a shock to no one, this was the baker's last cake with the catering company. What's wrong with it? Oh. Yeah, that's a lot of icing. They're saying there's so much shit to take in, it's almost easy to overlook the spelling, then you see it. Oh, okay, yeah, I see now. Faculty of sense. Sense. I don't think the writing's that bad. It's iced and piped. I don't think that bad. But yeah, that's a very thin cake. That is a very thin cake that they put tons of icing on to make it look like it is a lot bigger. Business owner is defending this cake. So this is what they wanted. And that cake is gorgeous. That is an absolutely stunning cake right there. I hope those are real bottles of Crown too. Looks like it. Oh wow, and this is what they got. Holy crap. That looks like crap on top of the cake. I don't even know what to say. Why did they put all these icing poops all over it? I wonder where they got this cake from. Because I see there's just so much wrong with this cake. That's pretty bad. That one it might be the worst one that we've seen today. USU. Whoa. Okay, so this cake is really nice. Ordered a cake for my father's birthday. See what they got. I mean, come on, how? It looks nothing like it. Where is the trim around the sides? You know, a lot of times a cake doesn't look as nice either because people opt not to get fondant. And you can tell like this, I'm pretty sure that not just, all the lettering, except maybe this right here, but all the lettering, maybe this right here, definitely. I'm pretty sure this is all fondant. And you can't always get that really beautiful, clean look if you don't use it. So just beware that if you're ordering cakes, like my worst fear as a cake decorator in a grocery store was when people brought in stuff and like pulled up their Pinterest app and was like, hey, it's like, no. You can't want a $500 cake and come to the grocery store and only want to pay $50 for it. It's not going to be the same thing. So just be careful doing that. Fondant, it's really, really expensive. Makes cake look beautiful. Tastes terrible though, but it does make the cake look pretty. If you don't get it, the cake isn't going to have as clean of a look as it, as the picture. Professional baker made this Bear turd cake. Ooh, that's pretty rough. How did they get, what? How did they get this chocolate around the sides like that? It looks weird. What's with the green eyes? Did you order this? Yeah, I think that's something they ordered from a bakery. And that's what they got. It's supposed to be Hello Kitty. Kind of looks like Chicken Little. German chocolate. That is not German chocolate. That is a coconut cake. German chocolate is coconut, but it's not just coconut. It's like a mix of coconut and pecans and stuff. Yeah, that's definitely not a German chocolate. Okay, so this is the cake they wanted. Absolutely beautiful. And this is the cake they got. Yeah, looks a little rough. Not the worst cake I've seen, but definitely doesn't look like the one you ordered. What's going on here? P. And there's a little stick figure. What is this? Oh no. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a bakery. And look at this. I even recognize the bucket opener right here. That's the plastic bottom you put the cupcake in. This might be Kroger. Okay, so when you have cakes like this, what we would do is take a piping bag and I would do a strip of icing on top and then I would write on that. It looks kind of like a banner. Or if they don't want that, you write on these clear plastic things that you put on top of the cake. That sucks. Look at this. The decorator's gonna be like, what the hell? You decorated this cake so nice and then you wrote on it like this? That's bad. That's really bad. Picked up this cake from Safeway for a colleague's retirement party. Wait a minute. What? Okay, wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is going on with this piping? It looks like 3 different people wrote on it. And don't put sprinkles in the middle of the cake. People are trying to write there. Okay, so the happy is like kind of in cursive. And then the retirement is in like total print. And then Dawn is like in big, thick uppercase, except for the end. What the heck happened? This cake has a story. I want to know this cake story. Well, that is all the cake fails that we will be looking at today. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. I am almost to 10,000 and that will be such a big moment for me. Until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I hope your magic is strong and your symptoms are low. Love you guys. Bye.